Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today for a brand new pick a card reading. For those of you that are new to the channel, hello and welcome in. My name is Melissa, and in today's video we're going to be answering the question, what are you currently manifesting? So what I'm going to be looking into in today's reading is any insight on situations, energies, maybe people of significance that you all are currently consciously or unconsciously manifesting into your life. So we can kind of look at this as maybe an energy check-in for those of you that are intentionally manifesting something. Maybe you want to come to this reading and see where you're at in terms of that manifestation. Whereas for others of you, maybe you're just kind of curious to see what general energy is being called into your life next through your unconscious actions. So either way, if you are feeling drawn to the video, there is likely a message that's here for you. So a couple of disclaimers. First and foremost, guys, this is a general reading. So please keep in mind that some messages will resonate really specifically to your situation while other messages may not. As I always say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If something is feeling a little bit confusing or that it doesn't really apply to your situation, you want to just let that go. Please do not allow yourself to get upset if something that's in a general YouTube reading isn't super specific to every nuance of your personal situation. Also bear in mind that this is a timeless reading. So whether you are drawn to view this video the day that I'm uploading it, or 6 months from that date, or years from that date, if you are guided to view the video, then there is likely a message that's here for you. This video does not expire, essentially, with time. All right, let's go ahead and get into our pile selection for today's reading. So we are working with 3 groups today. Starting here on the left, we have pile number 1, and for pile 1, we are working with this honey calcite crystal. For pile number 2, we are working with this Aqua Obsidian stone. And for pile number 3, we are working with this tiger's eye sphere. So I want you guys to go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about what you're currently manifesting. Go ahead and select the pile or the crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can go ahead and scroll down to the description box where you will locate the timestamp that will skip you ahead to your chosen pile. See you there. Hey there, pile number 1. If you guys picked out this honey calcite sphere, this will be your reading. We're looking into what you are currently manifesting. So we're going to start by looking at the overall energy around your manifestations with a few pre-shuffled oracle cards. Then I'm going to be using the Happy Tarot as well as a couple other oracle decks just to get some supporting insights for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first card we have here is the full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. We have making a choice. And we have action. Wow. So, initial energies. Full moon in Cancer. I want to start here. So, full moons for me typically indicate that a situation in our lives is coming to a conclusion or reaching a peak point, if you will. So sometimes when it comes to full moon energy, it can be a time where things feel heightened or things feel more emotional than they ordinarily would. I think especially because you guys have the full moon in Cancer, Cancer being a water sign. For a lot of you, what you're manifesting, like whatever this cycle is that's heightening for you or coming to a conclusion, may feel very emotional or very personal in nature. When we have Cancer energy here, this is likely having to do with themes around your family, your home life, your inner world. The card says a personal issue reaches a resolution. So there is something in your life around those themes of family, your inner world, your home, that is coming to a conclusion. And it might feel like you guys have to make kind of an emotional decision for some of you. There is a decision with making a choice, right, that needs to be made here. And maybe you guys are aware of this. Maybe this is something you've been kind of meditating on for a long time or had on your mind for a while. But there is a choice that you guys are being guided to make. There's two paths in front of you. And one path is leading you one direction, another path is leading you in another direction. So it's like there's an energy of being at a crossroads here, big time, and needing to make a decision and take some action toward whatever path you feel is going to be best for you. I feel like there's an energy here of like one path being more slow moving and slow paced, and another path being more rapid and fast paced. So if this does have to do with something around like your home or your lifestyle, I am getting for someone out there that there could be an energy of choosing between what type of lifestyle you're really wanting to lead and taking action based off of the path you're choosing. Before we get into the tarot, let's do one of these chakra cards. I forgot I had these over here. But yeah, there's definitely something here about your personal life that is going to be changing, is what I feel. And this manifestation, you guys, it feels more like, you know, like sometimes it can feel like the universe is like throwing us a curveball and things might be out of our hands. To me, this feels very much like a manifestation that's solely within your control. Like, because you're being required here to make a choice, and you're being required here to take action based off of the energy that's being presented to you here with the full moon in Cancer. So let's see here. What chakra is being highlighted for this manifestation for pile number 1? Solar plexus, which is funny because you guys did choose the honey calcite, which is great for solar plexus. So we have abundance. The world is abundant when you choose to see it that way. You guys, with Cancer energy, and this is no shade to my Cancers. I love all of you, all the ones in my life I love so much. But sometimes Cancer can be a moody energy, right? Like it's the crab. So it has this tendency to kind of sulk and be in its feelings sometimes. Present that hard external shell to kind of protect the soft sensitivity inside, if you will. And so I am getting here with this solar plexus card coming up that in order for your manifestation to be successful, you guys are going to have to work on shifting your mindset into an abundance mindset versus a lack mindset or versus a moody mindset or something like that. Because this is very much about shifting perspectives. You know, maybe instead of focusing on how challenging the situation is, you focus on the opportunities that are being presented to you through the situation, right? Is it an opportunity for me to learn? Is it an opportunity for me to grow? Almost like practicing gratitude and like choosing to see the silver lining in your situation, regardless of what it is that's happening for you. So let's continue here. It definitely feels like solar plexus, you know, this is definitely going to be an energy where you guys are going to have to step into your confidence and channel your inner willpower and strength. Because if you think about it, it takes a lot of confidence to make a choice, a big choice that could potentially impact like family and personal matters in your life, right? So this is very much about you guys like stepping into your power and feeling confident in your own ability to make the right decision here. So let's go ahead and move into the tarot cards. What else do we need to know about pile 1's manifestation that they are calling into their lives at this time? So we have 3 of Pentacles. So this could be like a work-related thing for some of you. Oop. We have the Queen of Cups. So there's more Cancer, kind of water energy. And we have the 6 of Swords. So there is movement here for sure. This may require, and there's the Empress at the bottom. You know, this could be an energy that does require some of you guys to move, maybe. Because that 6 of Swords is about sort of moving on from something, moving away from something, moving into calmer waters, You know, maybe some of you guys have been moving through like a really tough time with whatever is leading up to you needing to make this choice. And I do see you taking action toward a calmer path ahead. But yeah, there is something here around work, teamwork, collaboration that's coming through with this manifestation. So maybe for some of you guys, I'm almost feeling like this could be a work-related maneuver for some of you, where like you have to, like maybe something you guys are doing for work would impact your family or your inner world or something like that. So you're having to weigh the pros and cons. You know what I mean? But I do feel when it comes to this manifestation that there's an energy here with the Queen of Cups of like wanting to ensure that it's also going to bring you personal fulfillment in your life. And with the Empress being here at the bottom, there's sort of like this need to maybe kind of reevaluate your values, right? Because I'm getting Taurus energy with this, which is all about like, what do you value in life? And, you know, of course, the Empress is also about creation and it's motherhood energy as well. So those could be themes that are popping up for some of you, especially with family coming up here. But yeah, I think there's an energy of like, what are my values? And do my values align more with this direction or that direction? So that could be really important for some of you as you're moving through this manifestation, this choice you're making here, because that knowing and getting clarity on your values and what it is that's important to you is going to help you make a clear choice. But yeah, like overall, this feels like a situation where you guys are, like something in your personal life is definitely being impacted by whatever choice you're making, whatever action you're taking. And it does feel like something that has to do with your work, teamwork, collaboration, something that would be able to bring you some sort of emotional fulfillment, moving on from the old energies that no longer serve us. For some of you, I'm also getting like very like healing energy with this too. Like maybe some of you guys are choosing a direction with your work that is about like being on a team or helping other people, you know, because the Queen of Cups is a very like compassionate and empathetic energy, right? So there could be this energy of you guys making a choice to help others through their own healing or help others through their own struggles and challenges that they're going through. So let's continue. We're going to get more info here with this is the Vitamin D for the Spirit by my friend Hilly Brata. If you guys are curious to check her out, she has an amazing Instagram and she does have a YouTube channel as well if you guys want to check that out. Love this deck. Let's see what else we get here. What is pile 1 manifesting? Love. This love is unconditional, free-flowing, and eternal. Beautiful energy. So this choice you're making is rooted in love. This manifestation that you're calling in is rooted in love. I think that whatever you guys are doing, it's like you're doing it from a place of wanting to make the best choice out of self-love, love for others. We have balance. Balance is needed. Masculine, feminine, sun and moon. Okay. So it's kind of like going back to this action card, you know, like there's this one horse that's moving really fast. There's one that's moving really slow. So I think there's going to be times here where you guys are going to need to sort of keep your masculine energy and your feminine energy in check, meaning like knowing when to take action, right? And knowing when to lean back into that Empress energy and receive. But I also feel like this manifestation is bringing some sort of it's bringing something in your life back into balance, because it's like with that full moon in Cancer, I think especially emotionally, and with that 6 of Swords, maybe things in your life have felt a bit emotionally out of whack lately. Let's get one more. We have ka-ching, ka-ching. So here's the work. Something you've done or you're working on will generate income. So yeah, this is something work related, you guys, for sure. And maybe for a lot of you, you have poured a lot of your personal life into this work, and that's why we have the Cancer energy here. But definitely kind of reaffirming with this Three of Pentacles that this is a work-related thing for a lot of you guys. And it does look like whatever you're working on is going to result in some nice little return on your investment for you. So this is interesting, Group 1. I want to close out the reading. Sorry. Ugh, I gotta get my other deck. We're gonna close out this reading just by doing a quick channel time frame for you, just to see maybe when this energy is coming through for you, or just any significant time frame. So sometimes you want to kind of reflect on, you know, this may not be exactly when this manifestation comes to light for you, but maybe this is a time frame that's being highlighted of importance to this manifestation. So just use your intuition and take it how it resonates with you and your situation. So what are some significant time frames for pile 1 as it pertains to this manifestation? So we have 6 months from now. So 6 months from now, 6 months from the time that you guys are viewing this video. Let's get one more. And we have when you least expect. So there's kind of like that, you know, that balance energy of like yin and yang. We also have Scorpio season at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, with when you least expect, a lot of times it's like when you kind of let go of the need to control it is when things flow into your life. And I can tell you guys from like personal recent experience, when we talk about this energy of abundance, it's almost like, I feel like what could be helpful for you guys, especially if this is something with your work that you're like wanting and hungry to see return on investment, like when it comes to your manifestation here, something that might be helpful is to just get yourself into a mindset of just like knowing that it's going to happen. Because if you have any fears and doubts creeping in, it's going to knock things off balance for you. There's, like I was saying, like there is going to be work required here with the Three of Pentacles. You can't just do nothing and expect results, right? That's not how anything works for the most part in life. But it is going to be this energy of knowing, like, when do I exert energy and when do I pull back and let the universe support me without me having to do all the work myself. It's like co-creation. So yeah, like think about a really good example of this that I heard recently that really helped me with something I was manifesting was thinking about your manifestation the same way that you think about the sun setting every day. When you guys think about the sun going down every day, what comes to mind for you? What should come to mind is that you just know it's going to happen because it happens every day. You know what I mean? So it's to the point where, like, because it's just something so normal that happens, we don't even really think about it because it's just a certainty, right? So you kind of want to shift yourself into that energy around whatever it is that you're manifesting, because I think when you just know inside it's happening, it will happen, it's coming for me, it allows you to relax. You know what I mean? And it also helps you to sort of release those fears around something not happening. So just my 2 cents. Hopefully it helps. But we are going to go ahead and close this out for you now, group number 1. I would love to hear from you in the comments what you're manifesting and what you feel about this reading resonated with your situation. So please drop me a note down below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you all are aware of when I'm uploading new content, and I look forward to seeing you in a new reading really soon. Bye! Hey there, pile number 2. If you guys picked out the Aqua Obsidian sphere, this will be your reading all about what it is that you are currently manifesting. So we're going to start with some pre-shuffled oracle cards, then we're going to move into tarot and close it out with more oracle. So we're just going to get as much info as we can just to see what it is that you guys are currently calling into your life as the energy stands today. So kicking off your reading, we have full moon in Virgo. This says you are good enough. We have slow and steady. And we have the journey. Love this energy for you, group number 2. So, starting off with our full moon in Virgo. So for a lot of you guys, full moons for me typically represent kind of the conclusion of something. Either something ending or coming to its peak point, right? And so sometimes when it comes to full moons, there can be a lot of emotion or like maybe pressure, because I am feeling like a pressure energy from your group, probably because Virgo, which we're going to get to in a second. But sometimes with those full moons, because it's sort of like a situation coming to its peak point, it can feel intense. You know what I mean? There can be a lot of intense emotions around something that's going on in our lives. Now, with you guys picking Virgo, or picking a pile that had Virgo energy in it, I do feel this manifestation has to do with a few different themes for some of you guys. So Virgo being an earth sign, I do see that this could be something career related for some of you. But Virgo also talks about like health and wellness. And as this card mentions, there's a message here around self-worth coming up as well. And Virgo, I know it very well, you guys, because I'm a Virgo rising and I also have my Black Moon Lilith in Virgo. So Virgo is definitely perfectionist energy. And sometimes it can be very critical energy, like where we're very self-critical of ourselves, for lack of a better word, you know? So I definitely feel that this manifestation you guys are calling in is giving you an opportunity to appreciate yourself and maybe even celebrate and recognize yourself a little bit more for the effort that you've put in, because the full moon is beautiful because it's showing that you guys have already come so far. Like you've already made a lot more progress than you realize that you have. But maybe because you've been so humble or been so like critical about yourself or looking for some sort of perfectionist result, you're not showing yourself the appreciation that you really deserve here. So there is kind of this energy of releasing some of that self-criticism coming through for this manifestation. I do see that you guys are embarking on a new journey, on a new path here with regard to this. So again, this can be like a new work situation. This could be like a new fitness situation, a health situation, something like that. But there's a new path that you're starting off on here. So it's like closing out this chapter is allowing you to move forward into something new. And there is an energy here of needing to take things slow. So you can probably expect when it comes to this manifestation that progress will be slow and steady. But the cool thing that I like about slow and steady is that it doesn't feel as risky. You know, sometimes when we embark on a new journey, especially when we're thrown into situations where we feel really uncomfortable right away, it can be very disarming and destabilizing for us. And I do feel that this slow and steady energy is actually something that's going to work to your benefit. But just make sure that you guys aren't being too critical of yourselves over slow progress, because the slow progress doesn't mean you're not making progress. The slow progress doesn't mean that you're never going to accomplish whatever your goal is here. It just means that you're doing things the right way and setting yourselves up for secure success in the long term versus rushing into something. So let's go ahead next and we're going to move into one of these chakra cards. I do feel for a lot of you guys, because there's already like a lot of green energy coming up in all of these cards. So I do feel that there is something around the heart chakra that is being highlighted for you with regard to this manifestation. It feels to me more like a self-love energy. So maybe working with like rose quartz could be helpful for some of you. You guys also did choose a blue crystal here. So there could be something here for you guys around the throat chakra, being able to communicate with other people, speaking your truth, living your truth as your most authentic self. But let's see what else we get. Heart chakra. I knew that was going to come out. This says compassion. Resolve your conflicts with compassion. Yes. So the heart chakra is being highlighted here for sure. Some of you guys, if you have been in conflict with others, this Virgo energy could be talking about being hypercritical or overly critical of people around you. But for the majority of you, I'm feeling this compassion energy is something that needs to be directed towards self as you move through this new journey that you're on. So let's see. Let's go into some tarot cards just to see what other information we can learn about your manifestation. Woo! Whoa. Okay. So starting off, we have a 4 of Swords. We have the Death card. Wow. Love this. Okay. I guess that's the one. We have a 3 of Swords. Okay. With a 5 of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, so you guys have definitely been through a tough time is what it feels like. And I do feel that this new path that you're on is affording you the opportunity to really heal and resolve some of these feelings of heartbreak. I feel like you guys are going to be getting a lot of rest and recovery time as you move through this new transition in your life. And again, like, this is really up to interpretation, right? This is a general reading, but like I was saying, for some of you guys, this could be work related because with the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this can also talk about like a job loss or sometimes financial stuff coming up where we've hit kind of a setback. But I also do feel for a lot of you, there's something here about self-esteem, self-worth coming up here. It might be tied to work. It might be not. It might be tied to something totally different. But 5 of Pentacles is that energy of low self-esteem, feeling like we're not good enough. And that is exactly what this full moon in Virgo is coming in to tell you, is that you are good enough. So whatever the situation is, you guys are manifesting in a time in your life where you're going to get to kind of resolve and heal some of these things. With the Death card, kind of similarly to this journey and the slow and steady, it's like there is a slow change that you all are going to be moving through here. This is really about releasing that old stuff, that old energy, the heartbreak, releasing the things, those negative voices in our heads, bad habits, whatever it is. That old job that didn't give us the satisfaction that we really ultimately wanted anyway. Releasing all that stuff so that you're able to usher in a new beginning for yourself. And in my experience, you guys, the Death card is slow. You know what I mean? It is like a slow kind of transition type of energy. This could be a transition that you guys have been moving through for years, that you already kind of know what it is, and now it's finally coming to a close. But the beauty of this Death card is that there's always a new day dawning. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I feel with this journey. It's like shifting your mindset into like, okay, this thing is leaving my life. I'm going to release it and let it go. But now I get to create a new, brighter future for myself. So I do see you guys moving through a period of healing as you go through this change. Maybe addressing some of the heartache that you guys have been through and getting a lot of rest and recovery and relaxation as you heal. And I have to tell you guys, this is like one of my favorite cards in the tarot. Whenever I get this card for myself, I know I'm just about to have the most relaxing day ever where I can just like mentally unwind and rest. And I feel like you guys need this. The other thing I want to say is that I do feel that you guys are being supported during this time by others, because this just caught my eye. This little stained glass. You guys see that? How we have like, it's like a scenario where someone is taking care of the other. They're being helped here. And kind of the same thing with the 5 of Pentacles. Like you have 2 people that are out in the cold together, but they're together. So I don't feel like you guys are going through this alone. And even if you do feel like you're going through this alone, I feel like there are people out there that would want to support you if you can speak up with your throat chakra and let them know what you need. So let's see what else we get. What is pile 2 manifesting? Okay. 6th house, Virgo. That's crazy, you guys. Your organized approach or pattern toward a healthy mind, body, and spirit. I love these synchronicities. And Mercury, I forgot that Mercury, Virgo rules Mercury, or Mercury rules Virgo. I don't know, vice versa. But Mercury is also a planet of communication, which ties into the crystal you picked with the throat chakra. But yeah, you guys are, I think, getting to make some changes around your lifestyle here, like the card says, your healthy mind, body, and spirit. So major healing energy, major changes that you guys are getting to move through here. Let's see what else we get. Dig deeper. Spirit is sending hints through abstract thoughts and actions. Ask questions within the question. So yeah, you guys are going to get to, I think, explore more root causes behind some of the like self-worth stuff, or maybe some of the communication stuff, the health-related stuff, whatever it is for you. But there's an opportunity during this time that you're manifesting to really question everything. Get to the root cause, get to the source of whatever the problem is in your life, in whatever scenario resonates with you. So when it's saying ask questions within the question, it's like just be as curious as possible and question everything. You know what I mean? Leave no stone unturned. And I think the other thing too that I like about digging deeper is that this is also encouraging you guys to really get clear on your why. You know, why you want to do something, why you want to make this change, why you're making the choices and decisions you're making, and really understanding whether or not you're in alignment with the things you're doing. We have time. Divine timing is in the works. This eternal clock creates the perfect timing for each individual season, which kind of goes back to the slow and steady, which is like just remembering that some changes take time. You know, things don't happen overnight. And divine timing is usually like something that can be so annoying when we're wanting to just know when something's going to happen for us. But basically what this is talking about is taking the process slow and trusting that things are all going to align for you exactly when they are supposed to. A lot of times it's when we're actually ready is when that thing is presented to us. So at the bottom of the deck, you guys have blessed. You and your family are blessed, protected, and embraced in divine energy. So this is still a time where you have a lot to be grateful for and thankful for. This is a blessing for you guys in a lot of ways. It feels like you guys are just getting a nice little time out here to really move through some change for the better. So let's close this out, pile 2, with some timing cards just to see what time frames of significance are being highlighted for you with regard to this manifestation. So it doesn't mean that this is like when the manifestation is happening. It just means these are time frames that you may want to look out for or reflect on. For pile 2. Okay. Your birthday season. So that's going to vary by individual, but whatever your birthday is, you know, like for me, my birthday is May 30th. So for me, that would be Gemini season. So think of it like that. If your birthday is like, I don't know, January 1st, it's going to be Capricorn season. So sometime around your birthday is being highlighted for you guys. We actually do have Scorpio here, oddly enough, with the death card. But Virgo season could be important for some of you guys as well, because Virgo has come up multiple times. We also have Pisces season. So that's going to be late February, early March. Lunch hour at the bottom of the deck. So that could maybe tie into some of like the health related messages that we got. Maybe there's something about your lunch break that's coming up, work-life balance. But pile 2, I think we're going to go ahead and close out your reading here. I would love to hear from you in the comments what you guys have been manifesting and how you feel like this reading resonates with you and your situation. So please drop me a note down below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you guys are aware of whenever I upload new content, and I do look forward to seeing you in a new reading very soon. Bye! Hey, pile number 3, if you guys picked out this beautiful tiger's eye sphere, this is going to be your reading where we're going to be looking into what it is that you guys are currently manifesting. So we're going to begin with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. Then we're going to move into tarot and close it out with some time frames for you. So let's go ahead and see. So starting off your reading, we have Hold Your Vision, the fixed moon. Door to Personal Healing and Happiness, beautiful card. Ooh, and then we have the Magic Stream. Ooh, this is beautiful. Okay. I have like the biggest smile on my face, you guys. So what are you guys currently manifesting? I see that you guys are in a place where you're going to be receiving kind of a new beginning in your personal life. This is sort of like a new opportunity that I see opening up for you. This can have to do with anything of significance, like whatever it is that you guys, I think, have been most desiring, right? So it could be, for some of you guys, just like a new change to your personal routine, meeting new friends, meeting a new love like a love interest, a partner, healing from something, right? It could be a lot of different things. So take it as it resonates for you. And I do think that it's going to be important with the fixed moon here. Well, here's what I'll say. I feel like this is talking about, this is a couple different things because it might be different depending on your situation, but it feels with the fixed moon being here that this door that's opening for you could be something that's a bit more permanent in your life, something that's a little more long lasting. So whether this is like healing from, I don't know, something in your life or meeting a new special connection, it feels like something that's going to be a lot more permanent for you. And with this being talking about holding your vision, I do feel this is also about like you guys maybe having up to this point been a lot more steadfast and maybe inflexible around what it is that's going to give you your ultimate happiness, right? Whatever this personal change is for you, you guys have been very steadfast in what you feel it is that you deserve, right? And so because you've held your vision, I feel like the door that's opening up for you is something that's going to be more permanent and something that's more long lasting in your life. Now, with the magic stream, this is very beautiful. This is like a very spiritual card because this is really talking about how events are more synchronized than we may realize. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is interconnected, right? So whatever this is that you guys are calling in, whatever it is that you're manifesting, it's sort of like looking at the situation as like all of these events led me here. All of these events that happened for a specific reason to get me to where I'm going today, and seeing kind of the synchronicity in that. I do feel for a lot of you guys with the fixed moon, and because you guys did pick a grounding stone with tiger's eye, this does feel like stable energy, like, so if you guys have been like craving stability in your life, I do feel that you're getting stability in your life, which I think will be very good, especially if you've been going through kind of a tough time. So let's see what chakra is being highlighted for you, pile 3, with regard to this manifestation. We have solar plexus, abundance. The world is abundant when you choose to see it this way. That's what came up for pile 1 as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think that you guys are stepping into a time of abundance, being able to really step into your personal power, being confident in yourself. And I'll tell you guys the same thing like I did with pile number 1. This is all about your mindset. You know what I mean? Another message that's coming through for some of you guys with the fixed moon, be cautious of being too stubborn or too stuck in your ways. And you guys will know if this is for you or if it's not. So just discard if it's not. Sometimes when we're too stuck or too fixed on something, it can actually prevent us from seeing the abundance that's around us, because maybe we're looking for something very specific in our lives, or we're wanting something to look a very specific fixed way. Maybe it makes us subconsciously closed-minded to seeing abundance from other places, right, that we may not have thought about before. So I do feel that you're manifesting in a time of abundance, but especially if you guys are able to kind of see the abundance in the situation, right? So doing gratitude could be very helpful. Looking for the silver lining in things, looking for the lesson in things, like the magic stream talks about, looking for, how things have been connected for you up until this point. So let's take a look next with the tarot. I want to see, let's see what other information we need to get for you, pile 3, about this manifestation. So we have a 9 of Pentacles. I love this. Oh, I'm so happy for you guys. We have the Temperance card. Balance coming in. Love it. We also have a 3 of Pentacles coming up here with the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, there is an undertone here of partnership. So it could be, you know, romantic partnership. It could be friendships, meeting your soul tribe. I'm also seeing for some of you guys with the 3 of Pentacles, this could be work related as well, especially with the 9 of Pentacles being here because, you know, 3 of Pentacles for me typically talks about like teamwork, collaboration, but that could apply to both love and work. So just take it as it resonates for you. But there's definitely an energy of you guys being connected to the right people, surrounded by the right people, in the right environment that's really aligned with what it is that you need. So I also feel with this 9 of Pentacles, I love this card. This is, you guys, this is one of the best cards in the tarot, in my humble opinion, because this is talking about you guys really being in a place of independence and self-reliance in a really healthy way. You guys have really done a lot of hard work leading up to this point, and I feel like you're finally going to be rewarded for the hard work and effort that you've put in. And I almost feel like I'm getting a bit emotional. I don't know why. I don't usually get like this type of emotional in readings, but it definitely feels like you guys are finally going to get some time to enjoy like the rewards, the fruits of your labor, if you will. This card talks about personal abundance, financial abundance, being able to treat yourself to some relaxation or whatever you want to treat yourself to. It's like you're finally in this place where you're feeling whole and happy and self-sufficient on your own. And the beauty of this is that because you're in this place, it's like when you do have people around you in your space, you're much better able to detect who is right for you and who disturbs your peace. You know what I mean? Because you're so content and happy just being on your own that anyone else coming into your life is truly an enhancement. You know what I mean? It's truly someone that's adding value. You guys are adding value to each other's lives versus feeling like you have people around you that are wanting to energetically take from you, you know? So with the Temperance card, I definitely feel that you guys are manifesting in this energy of peace, you know, balance. Like I just have such a peaceful energy as I'm looking at the cards in your reading. I feel like this is going to be a time period of emotional calmness and stability, but I also feel that like you're very sturdy and grounded during this time. And I also think Temperance is talking about you've been patient, you know, you've allowed things to unfold for you in divine timing. You know, Temperance talks about divine timing here. Maybe you guys have done a lot of, you know, exploration leading up to this point. To better understand yourself and to get into this place of knowing what it is that you want. And maybe this is why you've been able to hold your vision on what you want and call it in successfully. So yeah, this could be just personal to some of you. This could be work related to others of you with that 3 of Pentacles, because there is an energy of collaboration with people here. But either way, you guys are being surrounded by the right people during this time as you move through this new opportunity in your personal life. So let's go in with, this is the Vitamin D for the Spirit Oracle deck. Let's just see what else comes through for you guys about this manifestation. Oh my gosh. Wasn't I just talking about energy vampires? Those who linger when you want them to leave are feeding off your energy, peer pressure, and the vibe is off. This is what I feel you guys are releasing with this time that you're manifesting. But I also think that it's going to be, see, that's wild that came out, because I'm wondering if for some of you guys, this energy of the Nine of Pentacles feels different or new to you. And maybe you haven't been able in the past to be as discerning or to pick up on the energy of others as clearly as you are now. So the beautiful thing about you guys moving through this period of healing is that now you're going to better be able to detect who is right for you and who is wrong for you. I also think for some of you guys with the Nine of Pentacles, because you're achieving such a level of success, personal success in your life, you're naturally going to have people that want to be around you, whether it's for work purposes or personal reasons. You're going to have a lot of people attracted to your energy. So you're going to need to be discerning about who's there for the right reasons and who isn't. Let's see what else. Okay, hold on. That's too many. Just want one at a time. We have resentment. Holding on to past hurts is blocking forward movement. Forgiveness is necessary to uplift your spirit. So kind of going back to the shadow interpretation of hold your vision, you guys, like, remember how I was talking about making sure you're not being too fixed or too rigid about certain things? So you have this new personal door opening up for you. And to fully be able to embrace and walk through it, you're going to have to move through some forgiveness work here, because any resentment or energy cords that you still have to people from the past, people who have done you wrong, holding on to that stuff is only blocking your blessings here. Got to release the past. And I think for some of you, maybe if this doesn't have to do with people, maybe you've just been through kind of a rocky time lately, just in general, where things have felt really unstable in your life. You guys were drawn to this stability stone for the root chakra, right? So whatever that situation was, it's time to let it go, because it's gotten you here for a specific reason. Woo! Okay, hold on. We have a couple that fell out, so I think we're just going to go ahead and take them. We have love. This love is unconditional, free-flowing, and eternal. And then we also have number 2, and the moon demonstrates emotional intuition and the ability to empathize. So having compassion and empathy for others is coming in for you. Being able to trust your intuition more strongly is coming in for you. Experiencing unconditional love is coming in for you. Like for some of you, I do feel that part of this manifestation is a romantic relationship with that two of cups at the bottom. True unconditional love that doesn't deplete your energy. You know what I mean? You guys also have children at the bottom. This says the innocence of a child is involved. This also encourages you to seek wisdom through a child's perspective. It's playtime. So for a lot of you guys, I'm feeling like this is a time where you need to just have more fun, because you have this beautiful, like, just blessed energy around you. And I feel like you're being guided to really dive in and enjoy it. So let's go ahead and we're going to close this out with some time frames for you, pile 3. So these are just going to be time frames to reflect on with regard to this manifestation, time frames of significance. It doesn't necessarily mean this is like when the manifestation is coming. That's going to be different for everyone. So let's just see what comes through. What's being highlighted for you guys? Pile number 3. What is pile 3 manifesting? What time frame should they be aware of? During vacation and travel. Okay, so there's something here about traveling and going on a vacation. Maybe that's what this is for some of you guys, is getting to go on a trip. Let's see. And we have next week. Ooh, so really quick turnaround for some of you guys. At the bottom of the deck, we have evening, so nighttime being highlighted here as well. So group number 3, we're going to go ahead and close out the reading, but I would love to hear from you in the comments what you've been manifesting and how you feel this resonates with your personal situation. So please drop me a note and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This way you guys are aware of whenever I'm uploading new content. And I do look forward to seeing you guys in a new reading very soon. Bye.